Rob, welcome to Horsehead Bookends for another gaming Saturday. Normally board games, but today we are going to focus on video games. Because for some reason I purchased something video game related. I don't know why I did it. But probably because I kept getting bombarded with ads on Facebook. I tried to do some research on it to see what it was about, how it operates, if it's any good. Couldn't really find a lot of stuff. There's certain things on there. But anyway, I just got this in. This is the G-Box. Now, my understanding is that this is actually a Pandora's box in a small little motherboard and Raspberry Pi maybe, that can play a bunch of arcade games and a bunch of Nintendo and PlayStation games. If you're not familiar with Pandora's box, I believe they were first a JAMMA multi-board that you can plug into an arcade machine. So for some reason this popped up on my feed. I wanted to check it out. I was like, oh hey, that looks pretty cool. Let me check it out. I am no stranger to multi-boards, especially JAMMA created ones, because I've used them before, and I actually have one in my upright Marvel Capcom machine. So we're gonna open this up. We're gonna plug it in, we're gonna check it out, and we're gonna see how it compares. I'm gonna do the best I can comparing how some of the things on here play to how some of their counterparts play, either whether it be classic consoles or arcades, if I have the board or if I have another multi-board with it on there. So let's take this to the table and open it up. Alright, so here's the G-Box, plain white box, not many markings on it at all. Got a big ding in the corner, but I mean, I'm not really concerned about the box. I want to see what's inside it, so let's open it up. Alright, so it looks like we got some PlayStation controllers. Possibly, I would assume they're wireless. They feel very light and very cheap. That one seems... Oh, there's the dongle. I was gonna say it feels very broken. But got two of those. We got some Nintendo controllers that also take, looks like AAA batteries. Alright, here's another one. I guess the dongle is good for all the controllers, I would assume. Okie doke. Oh, there are two dongles in there. And we got a USB cable, USB-C cable. Got the NES. I don't see a charging port on this, so I guess it's not a rechargeable controller, but instructions for the NES, user's manual, I guess you need a USB hub for all of them, the controllers, I guess. I'm not sure. Okie doke. Some instructions. Right, here is the box itself. It is very tiny. Looks like a memory card in there. Got some USB ports that look like they're a little crooked. HDMI, power. They give us HDMI cable, and that's really it for what it is. I just wish that they would give me some sort of plug to plug this into. So now I'll have to find one. I'm sure I have one laying around, but let's see if we can plug it into the TV and see what happens. All right, looks like it's on screen. Let's get some, let's get these batteries in the controller and see how it works. Okay, it's, whew. All right, I guess, see, this is it says Mortal Kombat 2 Set 1. It's Mortal Kombat coin version. Let's see what we got. There's actually a good amount of games in here. Alright, let's do Marvel vs. Capcom, and we can test it up against the, and we can definitely test it up against the other multi-board I have. Alright, right off the bat, it's too big for the screen. I'm not exactly sure how to change that.
Showtime. Ready. Fight.
Alright, it's okay as far as arcade goes. It's okay as far as an arcade goes. It's a little too big for the screen. I might be able to adjust it in the settings. Let's take a look at the arcade version of it, and we'll judge it from there. Alright, I think I got it synced, so you're not going to see so much flashing. This is another multi-board. This is a Game Elf board. We're going to go back down to Marvel and Capcom because I do not have my CPS boards in here right now. Let's look for Marvel Capcom. I think I passed it. There's Marvel Capcom.
Capcom presents.
Point it up. I don't remember who I picked from the last one.
Ready. Fight.
Alright, this is much more responsive. I mean, maybe because I'm using an actual joystick and buttons and not a tiny cheap PlayStation controller knockoff, but this plays way better on my full-size arcade than it does on that little box. Alright, I'm going to try to look for something I definitely have on a console, and we'll see how it compares. Alright, Dr. Mario, Mario Brothers, Super Mario. Alright, we're going to check out Super Mario Brothers 3 because I do have an actual card of that with a Nintendo. Let's see how it plays on here. Run button doesn't seem to work. Okay, they're just in different places. Alright, now let's compare it to actual Super Mario 3. Okay, so next up we're going to check out Super Mario 3 original cartridge. Playing it on a regular Nintendo, old school front loader, into a GX TV. Let's check this out and see how it stacks up. Oh, my volume is a little acting up just a bit. Alright. You have to pardon my sound. My AV jacks in the back of the GX TV are going. And I will have to replace them soon. Alright, right off the bat, the controls are so much better. Alright, you really can't beat the controls, I think. That is the biggest standout for me this to the G-Box. So let's go back to the office and talk about it. Okay, so that was the G-Box from 3A Game Technology. 3 Game Electronic Technology. It says it right there on the back. What do I think? Well, I think it's okay. I'm not blown away by it, but I don't think it was a complete disappointment. It is hard for me to give it a fair shake because I do have real arcade machines with the real boards in there. I do have real older consoles with the actual game, so I'm kind of at a disadvantage. I think it might work out for someone who doesn't have that. It might be fun. I think there are a ton of games on here, and there are different editing. There's a bunch of different settings as far as the instructions go that that you can do. Controller settings, game settings. You can edit your favorites, and I would highly, if you do decide to get one of these, and I'll put the link down below. Spend some time and go through it to edit some of your favorite games, because there's something like 6,000 games on here, and you're not going to play them all. There's just no way. I also understand that you can add more games to this. Now, I haven't done it yet, so I'm definitely going to revisit this again after I spend some time with it. I think I'm going to also plug it in and let Johnny play around with it and see how he likes it. My biggest complaint is the controllers. They didn't feel very good. They were very cheap. The button layout was very weird for going through the menus and playing the games, the 2 games I tried. Maybe they're different with the Nintendo styled controllers, but I haven't tried them yet. So we will have to give them a shot. But I think all in, this was maybe $100. And again, if you don't have any retro systems or you don't have any arcade machines, I don't think it's a bad pickup if you want to play some games. I haven't checked out any of the older original vertical style games like Pac-Man or Galaga to see how it would play on here and how bad the screen stretches. But for Marvel Capcom, you saw the screen stretched a little bit too much for my taste. I didn't really care for it. But hey, it is what it is. You're getting 6,000 games for $100, and it's pretty good. One more thing is that for the limited amount of time I had it on, it did tend to get pretty hot, warm, kind of on that border. It wasn't too hot to touch, but it definitely wasn't slightly warm. It was definitely hot, especially on the center. I believe there was a teardown someone did on YouTube for this, and it looks like there is a heatsink on the top, and that could maybe what have caused it. But it's not terrible. But it's not terrible if you're looking for just to play some casual games. But if you want more of an authentic experience, you really can't beat the actual arcade machine. The arcade one-ups do an okay job with that, and for some of the classic systems, if you can't afford some of the games you want to play, because they do tend to get a little pricey, EverDrive and some ROMs are okay as well, but nothing really can beat the real thing. So, okay substitute, doesn't replace the real thing. So if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, please don't forget to click subscribe, ring the notification bell. You will get notified anytime I upload a new video. Any questions or comments, feel free to post below and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Otherwise, talk to you later.